The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
And welcome to Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe. I hope you had a wonderful week. I know I had a great week, and we've got some great stuff for you on the show today, so hopefully this will help close that week down and make it a little bit better for you. A lot of stuff that we have to go over and a lot of stuff that we have to talk about, so I'm not too disappointed that I've had my first guest cancellation, and this is going to be on this show. George, you couldn't make it. I know you talked to me about the truck and everything like that, but George is the owner of Mingo's Kitchen and Lounge, and he is also a major player with tequila, with Alien Tequila. And so if you guys know about Alien Tequila, it's our own home brand Nevada tequila, and we were going to have him on the show to talk about it, but he couldn't make it, had some car trouble, so we will have him on in September. So we're looking forward to have him on in September. Meanwhile, today, though, we still have an awesome show for you because you know me, I plan. And I got a gentleman on the show today who I've never met before, but I have seen his work, and it is amazing. Mr. Al Navarro is going to be on the show, and he's with Navarro Art and Image. And he's been in this town for over 10 years, and I didn't even know about him, but I looked at his photography, and I am blown away. I'm very, very honored and very happy to have him as the very first photographer on my show, because we all know Casey, Noel. I'm going to have you guys on the show, too. I've been waiting for you guys to get on the show. I'm going to have you guys on the show, especially you, Noel. And you know I love you, Casey, so definitely want to have you on the show, too, and show your photographic stylings. But today, this gentleman really, really has bumped up photography to the next level. This gentleman not only does his own photography, but he also has his own entertainment division as part of that too. So we're going to be talking to him about that and talking about his experiences as a talent scout, and as well as some of the interesting images that he's taken as well as that. But meanwhile, this is my part of the show. So what are we going to talk about? Well, of course, we are going to be talking about what everybody's talking about as far as I'm concerned, which is cannabis. Okay. Wow. Has this just been an amazing month in regards to cannabis? So, we're having some problems regarding supply and demand. This is something that should have been expected by the powers that be, that there was going to be a gold rush on this, but they're doing their best to prepare about it. But meanwhile, what really caught my attention was something that was brought to my attention by Christine, and Christine is going to be on the show at the last Thursday of this month, and she is a really big player on the cannabis scene, and I can't wait to have her on the show. But she posted something. Apparently, the powers that be in Las Vegas and the city council aren't very happy about the way some of our distributors are marketing marijuana, and so they're threatening to actually pull licenses from distributors that are doing things like stoned yoga. Okay, they're not liking that. They're not liking the whole stoned with the yoga thing. Okay, I think the powers that be are really, really trying hard to preserve Las Vegas's saintly, clean, and pure image. We don't want anyone to think of Las Vegas as being one of those type of places where you go and do those type of things. And so one of the excuses that they use for this is that they're falling back on, which it's a fairly logical or resonant excuse. They're saying, well, you know what? Marijuana is legal recreationally. That means in the comfort of your own home. It doesn't mean that that you can go to a business and smoke marijuana. And certainly stoned yoga, that's great. Stoned yoga definitely sounds like it would be something that you would have as a business. And so they're really kind of cracking down on that. my question was, because I thought that was fairly interesting, what are you going to do with the home-based businesses then? Because if you own a home, then you are legally and able to smoke marijuana in your own home. And if you have guests that come into your own home and they want to smoke marijuana and partake of it with you, then they can partake of it with you. That's all in the regs. That's fine. If it's your house, you can smoke all the weed that you want. So what if a person decides to open up a stoned yoga as a home-based business? Sounds like the council is setting themselves up for a little bit of a sticky wicket, because I know for a fact that there are people who have their own home-based yoga businesses. So are you going to tell me that they can have their own home-based business because they'll be smoking weed there, but it's legal to smoke weed there because it's in their home? Sounds like a very interesting debate, my friends. Anyway, so that's what we have going on that front, and I wanted to give a little bit of information about that. Also, if you go to the Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe fan page, you'll find that article along with several other articles that I found that were interesting, including one that's very interesting in regards to combining cannabis with coconut oil as a remedy for addressing cancer. So that this is something that could probably work and could probably be something that takes you away from chemo and gets chemo out of, you don't have to mention that as a sentence, which we all know that chemo, more people die from the chemotherapy treatment itself than are actually healed from the cancer that they tried to go for. So if cannabis can, and the mixture of cannabis and coconut oil can actually offer holistic, organic healing method to this, well, you know me, I'm all for healing, I'm all for organic. You'll find that on there, and you can read it for yourself and judge for yourself. And, hey, leave a post to me there and let me know what you think, okay? I always like hearing from you, because what am I doing this for? I am doing this for your likes and your shares. Like the show, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Always have something interesting going on, always have something interesting to talk about. Felt really, really honored because Skip Martin was here today. Yay, Skip! He came back in. Yeah, he came back in to thank you, to thank me, and to thank John. Thank you, thank me, thank John. John's bowing for the work we did on his show, and to get some more work done on his show. That's great. So what about you? Maybe you have something that you would like to get on the big screen and you'd like to do it for an affordable rate. Well, maybe you'd like to reach out to us and let us know what ideas that you have. Maybe you have an idea for a game show, or maybe you have an idea for a show of your own. Pitch it to us. Let's see what you got. Maybe we might have you on here. You never know. Opportunities are there. It just depends on whether or not you're willing to knock at the door. So, again, my name is Locq Fortune. I am the owner of A Fortune on Wheels, the only psychic service that's allowed to come directly to the client. Yes, I'm a mobile service, so I can come to your home, your business, your special event, your party. And you know what? Sometimes just having a DJ ain't cutting it. Sometimes you want a party to be a little bit different. You want to stand out. You just don't want to have just the bar, and you don't want to have just the band. You know, you are the DJ. You know, you want to have something to make people say, wow, that's interesting. Let's check that out. Well, why not have a fortune teller at your next party? Why not have a tarot card reader at your next event? And that's something that I can do. Or maybe you like some private consultation in the comfort of your own home or your office. Give me a call. I'll be happy to do that for you as well. I'm also the author of the book Vibology, which is where Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe comes from, because it's an homage to Vibology. And if you have a name, then you are definitely going to want to read this book, because I tell you how to read a person simply based on their name. You get their name, and suddenly you have a whole bunch of information about them, because your name, believe it or not, is a numerical equation. And based on numerology, that can be reduced to numbers. And once you got their number, then you've got a lot of information about what they are predisposed to do and how they are predisposed to behave under certain circumstances. And it allows you the ability to get along with them better. So if you're interested in that and you'd like to find out more about vibology or more about numerology or how that works, then you might want to look up my book. It's available for download on Amazon.com, and it's called Vibology. You can find a link to it on my WWDBTV page. If you go to the Locq Fortune Vegas Vibe page, and you scroll down, then you'll find a link to my fan page, you'll find a link to my book, and you'll find a link to past shows that I've done. So we hope that you will do that. We hope that you'll like. We hope that you share. And we hope that you watch, because that's what we're doing it for. Meanwhile, we're going to be right back in a few minutes after this commercial break, and we are going to be talking with Mr. Navarro with Navarro Arts and Images. Be right back.
Hey, this is Mingo from Mingo Kitchen and Lounge. Come downtown to my space, my restaurant, at 1017 South 1st Street in the Las Vegas Art District inside of Art Square. A couple of things we have going on is happy hour. That's from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, except for First Friday. Sorry about that. And we're actually going to feature a summer happy hour, which will be 3 to 7 p.m., which is June 1st now through August 31st. So we're actually extending it an hour. And so you can join us for that extra hour of cocktails, food, and fun. Tuesdays, we have Taco Tuesday. We're starting that June 20th, and that'll be $2 tacos. We're going to feature a special taco, and it'll be only $2 with the purchase of any alcoholic beverage. And Saturdays, you can see Locq in person and get a free complimentary reading at our Psychic Saturday brunch. And that's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
And welcome back to Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe. I'm Locq Fortune, and this is my guest today, Al Navarro.
Pleasure.
Mr. Navarro, thank you so much for coming on my show.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're more than welcome. We don't know each other very well, but we have a friend in common.
We do.
Lita.
Lita is former business partner of mine, and I couldn't have asked for a better recommendation than from her. So thank you, Lita, for
thank you, Lita. Also,
Absolutely.
I couldn't ask for a better recommendation either. I really thank you very much for. I took a look at your stuff, and I was really, really blown away.
Thank you so much.
Also, we have a couple of other things in common that you don't know, which was another reason why I actually wanted to have you on the show.
Awesome.
We're both veterans.
Well, thank you for your service,
And
sir.
thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I was with the Air Force. That's how I got
Perfect.
out here.
Nice.
At Nellis Air Force Base.
Nice.
I worked up range, so if I told you what I did, I'd have to
Yeah,
kill you.
that's all right.
But,
I've been there too.
yeah, right. You know the code. Also, we're both minority business owners.
Absolutely.
I really, really liked that when you sent me your bio, and that was like within the first sentence. Yeah. I was like, that's very cool, because not a lot of minority business owners own that fact.
Right.
They try to blend in. They try to and it turns out being an uphill battle.
It does.
When you try to deny your culture and you try to push your culture to the behind, then your culture is always going to be with you no matter where you go.
Absolutely.
So if you're trying to do that, then you're not going to be successful at it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But putting that there was like something that was like, wow, that's great. And then also letting them know, hey, I also serve my country.
Right.
These are very important things in regards to things that I want to look for if I'm going to go to business with somebody. These are things that are very good. So I also have a confession to make to you.
Sure.
You're probably my first guest that I did any research on.
Oh, wow.
Because normally most of my guests, I've known them for many, many years. So I do. Or if they're doing something, I'm really great at the ad-lib. I'm really great at ad-libbing and whatnot. I've been ad-libbing my ass off for this whole, this whole 5 months have been nothing but ad-libbing. I'm just letting you know. But with you, when I read that, I said, well, I want to read some more. Usually I'll just do a glance and then, I'm psychic also. So that really helps me a lot. I can get right in there and get what I need to get.
Could you tell me what's in there? Because I have no idea.
We'll talk about that a little bit. I said, well, it looked really good. So I said, let me read a little bit further. And I'm glad that I did. Yeah, good. Because I was like, wow, not only is he an incredible photographer, but he's also doing something where he's starting his own entertainment branch and his own entertainment type of industry and everything like that. And it's been doing some talent scouting and everything. So we have these two things that we'll be talking about today. Perfect. But the first thing I do want to talk about is your photography, because it's amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
My first thing is going to be a little bit disclaimer, because there is adult content to this. So if there is kids watching, sometimes my sister, my niece is a big fan of the show. Well, and so sometimes my sister would like my niece to see the show. No problem. Jill, Sarah can't see this one, okay? I'm just letting you know, okay? But for the rest of our audience, this is right down Las Vegas. This is Las Vegas. This is incredible. So this is... now, this book is this meant to be like a coffee table?
It's a coffee table book. It is available through my website. You can also, the link is on my Facebook, I believe, and then also on my Model Mayhem. It is also available on Amazon.
Okay.
It's called Bodyscapes: The Art of Sensual Light, and it's under my name, A.A. Navarro. And it's also available through the publisher, which is Blurb. So blurb.com.
Okay, blurb.com. Okay. That's interesting because I have my own book also.
Yeah.
You're a step ahead of me. Mine is not in print yet. Okay, it's still an ebook. And I went with Lulu. To do with it. Mainly because they were really good at the ebook thing. I'm not sure, and I wasn't ready to go the print version yet.
Right.
So I was just like, they'll handle the ebook version thing like that. So.
Well, and it is also available through Blurb as an ebook. I went with Blurb because as a photographer, I use Adobe products. I use Photoshop.
Yes, of course.
And I use Lightroom, and Lightroom actually has a tab built into it that allows you to go directly to Blurb.
Oh, wow.
So
that's
right
great. So they work right. Yeah, that's what I like. I like easy.
Yes, me too.
Not a lot of headache. Just go right through there.
KISS
right.
principle.
Right, exactly. It's like, I know what I know. Right. I'm not a publisher, but I have the content. Let me just put the content in there.
Absolutely.
Right. So this is just really, could we get a close-up, John? Oh. Right there. Okay. Okay, so it's called Bodyscapes, right?
Correct.
And what this is basically feminine bodies in motion. And I'll tell you, Skip was here. And Skip just dropped in. He didn't know who I was going to have on the show or anything like that. And Al came in. And Skip I showed Skip some of Al's work, and he was absolutely blown away, as was I. So this is really a nice addition to anyone's coffee table, and it is still available. How much is it for?
$39 book, I believe.
$39
on
book.
Blurb and Amazon,
okay,
yes.
awesome. And so and you have this beautiful display. Oops, you have this beautiful display to put on your coffee table. Oh, there you go. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. So, I don't want to get you cornered in, okay, because a lot of people are going to see this and they're going to think that you're one type of photographer.
Sure.
But the truth of the matter is that you also do many different
I shoot
types
everything.
of photography.
I don't want to get, and thank you for that, because I don't want to get locked into a given genre. This is what I'm known for. I'm known for this internationally. I get people that travel here specifically to work with me from Europe a lot. So I'm very proud of this, but it's not what I want to get, as you said, cornered into.
Right.
I do just about everything. I guess the best way for me to sum up my photography is the few things that I don't do. I don't do family photos. I don't do kids. I don't do puppies.
Right.
But in general, anything outside of that, I do headshots. Many of my friends are performers here in the big shows on the Strip, and they always need updated headshots. I do headshots for them.
Awesome.
So yeah, I pretty much everything, boudoir, fashion, glamour, fine art.
But nothing outdoorsy though. Maybe.
No, absolutely.
Mainly? Oh, you do outdoors too. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what I want to get to.
I just shot. Actually, I just shot for Dutch Playboy about 3 months ago. I just got back from a big photo shoot in.
God,
in
his life must be so tough. I don't even see how he deals with the stress. Just the stress alone.
I drink a lot. I drink a lot.
Yeah,
mostly milk, but I drink a lot. But yeah, I just did a big group shoot in Portland, Oregon. Well, just outside of Portland. We were actually in the far southeast corner of Portland with a company, shameless plug for them, brand new company called Explore Again Photo Adventures. Look them up on Facebook.
Explore Again
Photo Adventures.
Explore Again Photo Adventures. Thanks for being on the show. Okay, we gave you a mention, all right? Awesome.
So yeah, and we did a lot of stuff. We did some lake bed stuff. They have a very beautiful dry lake bed out there that was gorgeous to shoot at. We shot at a very unique round barn from the 1800s. That the photos are amazing.
Wow.
And then we shot at a hot springs, and we had the whole thing to ourselves. So everybody was very free about just being around. And
that's
doing it. So
great.
awesome,
that's awesome. Okay, so what was the most, give me one of your most funny stories, or maybe a story where you thought it was going to be an average shoot, but it turned out to be something that, something that was like,
well,
yeah.
I mean, I have a bunch of those, and they usually stem from the same problem. It's usually when I have more than one model shooting at the same time. I shoot for a a company here in town for their annual calendar submissions. And I usually like to shoot those girls together because they work together.
Okay.
So I'll shoot them together. So I'll have 4, 5, 6 girls come in, and we just make a party out of it. And I shoot them one at a time, and then I'll do a group shoot as well. But it's mainly for their calendar submissions for that particular company.
Mm-hmm.
But it always ends up being a party, and once you get that going, when you have a group of people that get along and know each other
and
that
like
well,
each other too, you're gonna get some great shots.
Great shots and hilarious stories.
And hilarious stories.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then you guys have known each other for years because you do this once a year. And
yes,
everything,
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is a fun thing.
It is absolutely, absolutely. And as a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to do it again. I have a new project called Cover Nothing. It's a body positive, pro nudism. Basically, it's more, if the best description would be, it's anti social media's take on nudity, and it's the whole freedom.
You mean like the way Facebook tries to be Facebook Nazis,
right?
About editing out photos and everything like that.
Exactly. So this is a completely nude project.
Any of my listeners or any of my followers who know about my group Fellas of Fortune understands my frustration with the same subject. So.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, so we're going to do a big group shoot here in the next week or two, and I fully expect that to turn out to be one of those memorable occasions that most of the girls know each other.
Uh-huh.
They all have a common bond with the girl that actually helped me. Marissa Romero actually helped me put this together. It's her idea with my photography. I'm honored that she asked me to be the photographer for this project.
And what was her name again?
Marissa Romero.
Marissa Marrero, thank you so much. We really appreciate that, because hopefully I'm going to get some pictures that we'll be able to put on this wall back here and show some stuff up.
Absolutely. So no, I was just saying. So I'm getting ready to do the same thing again. A group of people in the room, and people that get along and know each other, and then there's always that added little bit of fun once everybody starts harassing the poor girl that's in front of the camera because everybody else is drinking and having fun.
Right. Exactly. So, what is your preferred genre? I mean, the one that what is it that really got you motivated into photography? Or what was it that kind of inspired you?
I don't have a specific favorite. I love indoors. I guess is the best way to do it. I'll break it up: indoor, outdoor. Indoor, I really enjoy doing. Well, I enjoy the bodyscapes because it's what I'm known for, and I do enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy beautiful lingerie, boudoir kind of stuff. I like the sensuality that goes with it. Mm-hmm. It's not just me.
So kind of like a burlesque type of a thing.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's not because it's not just about me. It's about that model showing emotion. They become an actor because they actually have to emote through the photo. Right.
They have to become the person they're portraying. So it's a different. You're watching that transformation happen.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And then outdoor, just anything. I mean, I love beauty. I think the human form in general. I tend to shoot mostly women, which isn't a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. No. I'm sure there are a lot of people that would agree with you on that.
But I do find beauty in everyone, and I mean it says it right on the front of my. If you go to my Model Mayhem page, it's right there in my bio that I don't have a style, I don't have a genre, I have no restrictions on height, weight, piercings. I find beauty in everything, and I shoot beauty in everything.
So tell me, what did you do while you were in the military? What was your
I was first 5 years I was back then 811 XO, so I was a security specialist.
I was a security specialist too. Oh my God, 4461st.
See, and I was out in the missile field my first 5 years.
Okay. Oh my God, Minot?
No. F.E. Warren.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's just almost as bad.
Yeah. So I did that for the first 5 years, and then I went into special operations and did that for the last 17 years of my career. And
is special ops what exposed you to surveillance and then possibly photography? I mean, was it always photography? Was photography always there before you even got into it?
Yes.
Okay.
I took a photography class in high school.
Okay.
Promptly quit within about 2 weeks because I didn't want somebody telling me what to take pictures of, but I caught the bug. My first professional, and I call it my first professional job because I got paid to do it, was I did headshots of some of the girls that were there that wanted headshots, were prospective models, and I got paid by a few of them, and it's been that way ever since. I just fell in love with the whole creative process.
See, this is again thing that I want to reiterate in regards to my show, because I always like to take a time to give a little bit of a personal message, but it's a little bit harder with women, but it should not be as hard with men. And I'll go into this where I'm going with this in a minute. But this gentleman, he found his passion very early on in life. Now, did he become a millionaire at it immediately as soon as he found his passion? No, you're listening to the story of his journey with his passion, okay? Because life is about finding your passion. I found the tarot cards just around the same age as he found his camera. I was taking pictures. I was the family photographer. Around the same age, they shoved one in my hand too, and to this day I'm still thankful for being the person to take the pictures, because I'm not in any of them. My family only has 3 members in it, because the other member was taking the pictures. Okay? But it wasn't my passion. Can I take a good picture? I can take a damn good picture. I have a very good eye. I'm a Virgo. I can't help it. Okay? But it's just not my passion.
Right.
It's just something I'm good at, but it's not my passion. You see, finding your passion, you know what your passion is. This is I'm sorry, I just got to go on a little bit of a tirade, because
please.
I'll have clients that will come to me and they'll be so frustrated. And it's unfortunate to me, because I'm not talking to a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old. I'm talking to a 40 or a 50-year-old. And they'll look me in the eye and they say, I don't know what my passion is. Now, of course, most of my clients are female. And it's understandable with females. Because when you spend most of your adult life raising other children and helping another person become who they're supposed to be, you're going to get lost in that mix. You're going to get lost somewhere in between the diapers and grade school and what they need and what he needs and everything. You're going to get lost, and unfortunately, as children, they're not allowed to find what their passion is either, because they're being trained how to become women.
Exactly.
Right? And so they go through all their lives being nurturers, and then they get to the point where there's no one left to nurture but them, and they're lost.
Well, that's when you nurture yourself.
Exactly. And then that's where you find your journey to finding your passion. We are blessed because you found your passion and you did not leave the path. I mean, can you imagine if this Navarro Jr., that had the camera bug, and then, he went into the Air Force, and then he got into a special ops, and he fell in love with special ops. Or even worse, he didn't fall in love with special ops. He hated special ops, but it was a paycheck.
Right.
And it was constantly coming in, and he had health care, and he had all these different things. And so he was not going to move out of his comfort zone and take a chance, because everything was plushed and everything was given to him.
Absolutely.
Right?
If I may interject.
Go ahead, please.
And it's funny that you said this. It's probably my biggest piece of advice. You say you have a lot of 40 and 50-year-old people that come and talk to you.
Yes.
Many of my friends, even to this day, some of them that were younger, that worked for me in the military, they always come to me and say, well, what do I do when I retire? And I say, well, find something you love.
Right.
Okay, not that I loved the military. I loved special operations.
Right.
So I am on that side of it. I was lucky that I had both passions.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I got out in my first year. I did my time and I got out and whatnot.
Right. But after 22 years, I had to figure out what I wanted to do. What I knew I didn't want to do is to take the normal path that most special operators or special operations folks take, and that's go into
EG&G or go that route.
Didn't want to do that anymore. So I found something where I still have a passion for it, and it beats getting blown up and shot at.
Sure does.
And I'll take pretty women over bullets any day of the week.
I certainly agree with you there, sir.
But that's the first thing I tell my friends is find something you love doing. You probably have a hobby that you do at home to relax and get away from everything when you have that moment. Turn that into a business.
Yep.
Even if it's whittling wooden caricatures.
I tell people this every day when they come to me and talk to me about this. Do you think that just yesterday I started reading the tarot and then today I got a show? And no, it's a process. About 15 years ago, you could have walked past a little cafe called the Coffee Bean and saw a little guy like me sitting there with some tarot cards.
Right.
And saying, hey, I'll do a reading for you. Give me a few bucks. Let me buy a coffee. you know. And then it blossoms, it grows from there. But this is why we both are components of this, because it's very logical. Look, if you're doing something just to get by, then that's all you'll ever do in life, is just get by. We happen to think that life is a little bit more than that. I think it's about thriving. I think it's about enjoying your life. Whatever your version of happiness. Maybe your version of happiness is a 5-bedroom yacht. Okay? Maybe your version of happiness is a 2-bedroom shack.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not about the money. It's about what's going to make you happy. And as soon as you decide to make it about what's going to make you happy, the money will come. Right? I mean, the money comes. I mean, here's a testament. Here's a testament. It will come. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but you have to love doing it, because if you're not loving doing it, sooner or later you'll give up. And who knows, that point that you were just about to give up might have been the point of success.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you stay with it, then when you're about to give up, you're like, oh, I'm ready to go. But gosh, I just really like doing this. All right, I might do without dinner today, but I'm going to do this tomorrow anyway.
Right.
And that's when it happens.
Absolutely. And surround yourself with positive people.
Yes. Like Lita!
Lita! We love you, Lita!
We love you, Lita!
But yeah, you have to surround yourself with positive people that will reinforce your ideas, even if they don't believe them 100% and they think you might be flying off on a tangent. Mm-hmm. They can still be positive in your pursuit of whatever that end goal is.
Absolutely. So they can always give you a pat on the back. It doesn't hurt anyone to say good luck. And if they can't find it in themselves to say good luck to you about a venture that's in, why are you finding it in yourselves to constantly put yourself in their presence?
Right. Wasted time, wasted motion.
Very wasted time, very wasted motion, because you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip.
Right.
So, we have this other business thing that you do is with entertainment. It's actually in the entertainment industry. So I guess after the photography, I guess this might have felt like a natural segue.
That segue happened. It was natural. It didn't really have anything to do with the photography initially. It had to do with Vegas. So after I retired from the military, after
entertainment
22
capital
years,
of the world,
right? Absolutely, despite what New York might think.
Right.
Sorry, New York, but
I'm a New Yorker. I know. I live here, so.
Just to correct it,
right?
You are not the entertainment capital of the world,
not
and
anymore.
you are not the city that never sleeps. This is the city that never sleeps.
It used to be back in the 70s we were, but now New York closes down at 2:00.
Yep, absolutely.
We're still going strong at 5 and 6.
Yeah. So, sorry, New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to bash you. Love you guys. But yeah, it's so after 22 years, I took a job with the government, federal government. Came out here, and got involved. Been in music all my life. Started managing a band here locally that they had asked me to represent them and manage them. They weren't having very much success at that point with who was doing their managing and their booking. So I started helping them, and that got me involved in the entertainment industry here.
Okay.
And the next thing I know, most of my friends are entertainers
right.
of some form or another.
Hey, I'm an entertainer.
Right. So
yeah.
So, and then that projected into the photography. As I said, I was doing headshots for them. They loved the work, and I had dancers in some of the big shows, and they wanted to do some dance stuff, and it just took off from there. We got involved. I have a business partner, Ken O'Neill.
Hey Ken, how's it going?
With the Navarro O'Neill Group. And it started off, the Navarro O'Neill Group started off as the umbrella company for a brewery that we owned, Irish Brewery.
Oh, okay.
We've put it on hold. We will come back to it.
Okay.
We've got some things we've got to work out. But when the brewery operation kind of hibernated, I guess is a good way to we realized that with our background, he's prior military as well, special operations background. We both worked in the same government job. And both got hurt and got to retire a little early.
Okay.
So benefit for that. But yeah, so we got ourselves involved in the entertainment industry because he as well. He was involved with I think the original Lollapaloozas and
those big festivals. Yeah. God, Lollapalooza, that brings back some memories.
Right. Well,
holy cow.
He was involved with some of that, so we both had entertainment in our blood, and we caught the bug out here. It's not hard to do.
Right.
And so we started working as entertainment consultants. So we would go into entertainment businesses and do business management consulting, give them an idea. I've taught management my whole life in the military.
So you worked with the guys over at Best Talent Agency, probably?
No, I didn't work with them yet.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
But I know I know who they are. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so we would go in and we would look at their operation and give them a better idea of how their employees could better engage, or the employers could better engage with the employee.
Okay.
And how they could help them out. So that was the beginning of it, and now I just wrote a show that I'm getting ready to shop out. I'm looking for a home in a casino.
Oh, okay.
So it's a full-on, like fantasy, sexy, all of these other shows.
Okay.
Very burlesque.
Okay. So kind of like the one that they have over at at Caesar's Palace. What's this called? It's like a carnival circus type of thing.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of it. He's going to kill me too because he knows me. And
right.
Zillionaire. Right.
Yeah. Ours is goes more the sexy.
Okay.
With sexy with Jen Romas.
Okay.
Also, hey Jen.
Hey Jen.
And one of my dearest friends in the whole world is Lorraine Apparel. She's the lead singer of the fantasy show at the Luxor. Lorraine Apparel.
Lorraine Apparel. Okay, we're giving you a shout out, Lorena.
Beautiful girl, beautiful heart, beautiful spirit.
Maybe we'll have her on the show.
Please have her on the show.
That would be wonderful.
Please have her on the show. But it's in that vein. It's the topless dancers. So we've got some things that we're doing that are unique to our show.
Okay.
But one of the big things is we are going to focus on the local community within the show. I don't want to give too much away.
Right on. No. But you will be back on when it's ready to go to tell us some more.
I sure hope so.
I hope so also. That's a good tease for the next time that we get on. We'll hear a little bit more about the show and what's going on with it.
Right. So we've got that going on, and we just finished that. And like I said, we're looking for an investor and looking to shop that out to a casino either here or in the Arts District out there in that area.
Awesome. Well, definitely use this clip as a way of talking, because we'll put some background stuff in there and everything like that. So this is going to be a nice professional presentation for you.
Well, thank you so much. And then the newest thing, well, besides the new photo project, I just started screenwriting for a brand new dark comedy web television series.
Oh, really?
That is being...
You know me, I love dark comedy.
Right.
Can't help it, I'm black.
Right?
Yeah, right. It's just smart, though.
If I get naked, it's dark comedy.
It's going to be... Yeah, they'll be laughing at me, too. Anyway.
But it's... the producers are Three Drunk Trolls, and we everything falling together. As a matter of fact, as we speak, they're having the first cast and crew meetup out at the International School of Hospitality. Right now is where
Where's that located at?
Sunset.
Oh, in Sunset.
Yeah.
Where are your offices located? Are you?
I'm purely out of the house.
Okay, right now.
I have a home business, home studio. Yeah, I just don't see a need because of the photography. I have a home studio, and it works for me because it keeps my overhead down.
Exactly.
And
that's why I run my business out of my house too. That's why it's an alcohol service.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it definitely cuts the overhead. I could not even imagine doing the upkeep for a psychic shop right now.
Right.
The overhead, the retail, everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's so it works great for me. Plus, when I'm shooting the nudes and stuff, I have complete control of who's there, the environment. I have complete control so that people don't accidentally walk into my studio.
Right, exactly.
So,
well, if somebody wants to, like Skip is going to get some work done with you. He's
absolutely.
already decided he wants to get some work done with you because he likes this. So if somebody would like to reach out to you, they've seen this, how would I get in contact with you in order to have you do some shoots for me?
Well, the easiest way is shoot me an email or go to my Facebook. Facebook is it should be under Navarro Art and Image as well, but the email is Navarro, Navarro, Art and Image at cox.net.
At cox.net. Okay, great. Well, we'll put that down at the bottom of the screen so
Perfect.
that they'll be able to see it while that's going. Perfect. That's how we roll here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Well, anything else that you'd like to tell us about?
God. I mean, I've had a blast. I'm grateful for Lita referral, and oddly enough, I guess Skip and I had that in common as well.
Exactly. Yes, Skip knows Lita, and you know Lita.
Right.
So this is the things that you have, and this is what I like doing, is bringing people together.
Absolutely.
Bringing it all together, because they're over there doing that thing, they're over there doing that thing, but they think the same, they like the same thing. Hey, why not bring these people together and make something grow from it, right?
Absolutely. No, I thank you for having me on the show.
Come October, November, I would like to have you on again. Maybe if once you make some more anything coming on.
Well,
let me know what's going on.
I've got 2 more books coming out, so I'll be able to show you those by then.
Okay, great.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well,
Thank
thanks
you
for
so
being
much.
on the show, Al.
Absolutely, thank you.
Awesome. And this is Locq Fortune with Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe. We'll be back in a moment with some final thoughts.
Hey, this is Mingo from Mingo Kitchen and Lounge. Come downtown to my space, my restaurant, at 1017 South 1st Street in the Las Vegas Art District inside of Art Square. A couple of things we have going on is happy hour. That's from 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday, except for First Friday. Sorry about that. And we're actually going to feature a summer happy hour, which will be 3 to 7 p.m., which is June 1st now through August 31st. So we're actually extending it an hour. And so you can join us for that extra hour of cocktails, food, and fun. Tuesdays, we have Taco Tuesday. We're starting that June 20th. And that'll be $2 tacos. We're going to feature a special taco, and it'll be only $2 with the purchase of any alcoholic beverage. And Saturdays, you can see Locq in person and get a free complimentary reading at our Psychic Saturday brunch, and that's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Welcome back to Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe. What a great show that was, speaking to Mr. Navarro about all the amazing photographic work that he does, as well as the work that he does in the entertainment industry. Really good stuff. Sorry that we couldn't have George on the show. He couldn't make the show and everything like that. Really was looking forward to talking about Alien Tequila this month. I really wanted to put that out there because we got some really great stuff going on with Alien Tequila. But unfortunately, I'm going to give a shout out to Mingo. Mingo, please get well soon. I know you hurt your leg because that was what you were supposed to be here. You were supposed to be my guest. And unfortunately, Mingo was playing some softball, and he injured his leg, and he's getting an operation on it. So he wasn't able to make it. So last minute, I asked George if he would be able to make it, and I was really excited to get Alien Tequila on the air. Unfortunately, last minute, George had to bomb out because of a difficulty that he had with his truck. So hopefully, really want to have Alien Tequila on the show in September. So we're really looking forward to that. Next week, we've got some really great things going on for next week's show. We are going to have a senior moment. That's right. Next week is going to be dedicated to all of my fans who are over 50. That's right, because guess who's coming back? My mom! Yay! My mom's going to be here on the show to talk about seniors and art and how they can get involved in art and working with art, and how art can be used to relieve stress and can be a great stress reliever and to keep you active and alert well into your later years. And we also have another special guest on the show. Her name is Anita. And she's going to be on the show talking to us about the time that she spent working uprange. I met her at a very good friend of mine. She is the grandmother of a very good friend of mine, Stefan. Hey, Stefan! And he had a birthday party where he was actually, I think that you heard about this on one of my prior shows where I attended a party where the gentleman actually did the party and donated all the proceeds to Nevada homeless youth. Well, it's this gentleman's grandmother, because while I was there, I was sitting next to her and had such a wonderful conversation with her and his mom, but she was just amazing. So I said, listen, I would love to have you on the show with my mom, and we can have a senior hour. And so that's what we're going to have next week. We're going to have a senior hour with my mom and Annette, and we're going to be talking to them about a lot of fascinating subjects that focus on senior interests and what's going on in senior lifestyles. And then we're going to be closing out the month. We have one last show after that, and that is going to be featuring cannabis, and we're going to be highlighting cannabis and the cannabis industry and what's going on in there. So you definitely are going to want to be there for that show. And then in September, I'm going to try and switch things up a little bit because I realized that I've been really focusing on the arts and entertainment segment of Las Vegas, and I haven't really been doing enough with the metaphysical component, which is really a very strong part of this show. And because what I was trying to do was like get everybody on board with the show and understanding the format and everything like that and the things that we talk about. So September and October, look forward to a lot of guests that are going to be talking about metaphysics, going to be talking about holistic healing, holistic remedies. We're going to be talking Reiki. We're going to be talking tarot. We're going to be talking numerology. We'll be talking about the palms. We're going to go September, October, where we're going to I'm going to try and have somebody on the show that's going to, as a guest on the show, that's going to be speaking to metaphysics, along with either a sponsor on the show who is going to be talking about what's going on with their business and their activities, or with somebody who is in the food or entertainment industry to back that kind of thing up. So that's what we're going to be looking for in September. The show is still in its early ages. We're not even a year old yet, so we're still looking at getting our footing in regards to how we want the flow of it to go. So we're really, really, really looking forward to any feedback that you want to give us. Of course, as always, we're here for your likes. We're here for your shares. We're here for your views. So if you view it and you liked it, it's only going to take you a second. Go back there and like it. Or like it before you view it. You know it's good stuff. That way you don't have to worry about thinking about it afterwards, right? You know? If you don't want to share it before you view it, share it after you view it. You know? There's a lot of people out there that could possibly benefit from the things that we're sharing here. So, other than that, that's what we have for today's show. I did bring in some prizes and things with me. I'm still working on concepts and things around that to get prizes involved. So you'll be able to tune in once in a while and get something nice for yourself. Still working with that in regards to the promos of it. And of course, we are very happy. I've got some really great news in regards to the show and exposure for the show. We got some really great news in regards to our streaming service. We're able to hit even more markets and get out there. Okay, so we got a lot of great stuff going on in this studio. If you're thinking about getting a show, if you're thinking that you would like to have a show, this is the time to hop on the bandwagon, because you can get it at a really, really low price, and you can still get top dollar quality, and you can still get exposure to your audience and start building your audience now. Because other than cannabis, this is the next big growth area, and especially in regards to the internet, this is the biggest growth area for the average Joe. And what this growth area is digital. Everything is going to be digital from now on. In about 4 or 5 years, it's not going to be, you'll have business cards. You'll still have business cards where people give out business cards, but it'll be just as likely that the person's going to give you a mini commercial about them that they'll send to your phone. And so you'll be able to watch a 30-second blurb about who they are and what they do and what their business is about. And you'll watch it off your phone, and then you'll decide from there whether or not you want to do business with the person or not. So this is the future, and this is the way that we're heading. And if this is something that you would like to get a part of, then we encourage you to come down here to the studios, have a tour. John would be happy to show you around and check it out and see how we can help you out and get your business started. Anyway, this is Locq Fortune with Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe. This has been a wonderful show this evening. I hope you like it. Still looking forward to your feedback. Feel free to hit up my fan page, which is Vegas Locq, or just look up Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe to get directly to it and post your thoughts or your comments. Or if you'd like to visit my fan page, A Fortune on Wheels is a bit larger of a fan page because my tarot business is older than this, and so you can actually leave some comments there if you want to leave a comments there about your findings, or read some of the very interesting articles there, because I post a lot more diverse type of articles on the Fortune on Wheels page than I do on the Vegas Vibe page. The Vegas Vibe page, I really try to confine it to things of interest, but there are things of interest there too. I also actively am the what do you call that guy? That administrator. Yeah, I'm the active administrator for 2 other pages. That is the Rainbow Community Group, which we're closing in on 14,000 members. So that's really, really good. That's a big thing there. And then we also have the Rainbow fan page, Rainbow Social fan page, and that is getting close to 4,000. So we're pretty happy about that as well. So there are those that I manage, and then. If you have a little bit more adult taste and you're gay, then you might want to look at the other page that I administrate, which is called Fellas of Fortune. We have a great time over there. It's lighthearted, it's laughter, and it's a little risque, or as risque as Facebook would allow anyway, which to me is rather tame. But still, it's just not something stuff that I would want to post on my regular page. So I kind of just posted there for a few of my friends to look at and enjoy. Anyway, this is Locq Fortune's Vegas Vibe, and I'm Locq Fortune. Look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.
Good vibrations,